Sincerely, when I got back from the UK, I mean from university, I didn't have anybody asking me, why did you come back? Why are you back? In fact, people were happy that I was back. A lot of people, just a few people were just like curious as to why I came back, but it wasn't really that deep. But you see, this time that I came back with my children from Saudi Arabia, oh my God, everybody and their mama and their papa, why are you back? Why did you come back? With the way Nigeria is, you chose to come back. It's like your village people. They have tied you inside bottle. Oh, they have done this. Ah! Guys, the shame of returning is real, and we're going to be discussing it in this video. Some of the things I've noticed recently with the whole Japa and Japada movement, as well as the reasons why many people are choosing not to return to Nigeria or return back to Nigeria, which I know they're obvious, but the major reasons in 2024 that many people are choosing not to return. As you can see, my environment is different. I'm with my son. We're just coming from the hospital, just something minor. It's still the eye issue, if you've been watching for a while now. But yeah, we are in GRA. See, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, since you guys love my walk and talk videos, why not be creative about it and just find out just hotspots in Port Harcourt that many people would love and enjoy, you know, just seeing. Right in front of me is this beautiful hotel. This hotel, guys, is like #1 right now. It's like the hotspot right now. I don't want to blab in this video. I just want to go straight to the point while showing you guys my beautiful scenery and discussing this whole shame thing, because fam, it's getting to the point where people are asking me and I'm feeling the shame. Before we go on walking and talking, I would like to share the sponsors. Chickens, yeah, chickens. We have some Jachi here. You're going to be hearing small chit chats between me and him because he's my partner now. Behind this hotel is the summer camp that he went to, so I was like, why not? This place is beautiful, it's lovely. Look at my background, it's exquisite. Anyway, like I was saying, before we continue this walk and talk, today's video is proudly sponsored by Lemfi. Do you know that if you live in the UK, you live in the US, you live in Canada, you can now send money down here to Nigeria with the best exchange rates and at zero transfer fees? All you need to do is download the Lemfi app, whether it's via your Google Play Store or your App Store, depending on if you're using an Android or an Apple phone. It's convenient. Within minutes, the person you're sending money to, whether it's your friend, your relatives, anybody, it could be me, it could be Mama Dyna, whether you're sending money to anybody, there is no hassle whatsoever. The person will get it in minutes. Lemfi has made transferring money to Nigeria very, very easy. See, if you're going to transfer $100 or more, you can use my code, the code on your screen, DYNA, Dyna. Use my code to get $30 cash back. Yes, the link to my referral code will be in the description area below. Click on it to get that instant $30 cash back when you make a transfer of $100. With Lemfi, you're not worrying. You're not telling anybody, go to the bank, go and pick it up, go and do this, go and do that. Within minutes, the person you're sending money to down here in Nigeria, whether you live in the UK, US, Canada, the person will get it instantly. So download the Lemfi app today to get transferring, okay? See, I've never actually gone beyond. Hi, the chickens, say hi. Bye. I've never actually walked beyond this place. We parked somewhere close by, but I just decided to show you guys the ambience, the serenity of this area. See, if you get money in this life, just live in GRA. Anywhere they call GRA in Nigeria, government reserved areas, just go there, move in. You're just going to be getting a broad lifestyle. Anyway, this hotel has been rinsed and washed by TikTok influencers. Like all the Port Harcourt TikTokers, they've come here, they've rinsed and washed this amazing hotel. They've actually convinced me to come here for a date. So anytime my husband comes back, this is definitely going to be our first date spot. Like I'm going to put pressure. Babe, take me here, bring me here. Like the entrance is just beautiful. Our first date will definitely be here once my husband comes back. I just love the ambience. Like all the videos I've seen so far, I've not seen any bad video. The food, the drinks, everything. This is not a promo for them, but I'm just saying the gospel truth. If you live in Port Harcourt and you're looking for where to just take a girl out on a date or even have a staycation with your family, this hotel is giving me abroad vibes, to be honest. I thought it was going to rain. See me sweating. How is it hot and looking like it wants to rain? It just comes with the package, this Port Harcourt we live in. Anyway, like I was saying, one thing I've observed since moving back, in fact, since we've been going to different hospitals, they've activated our insurance, our health insurance. I know I haven't given that update. So yeah, we're free to go to as many hospitals as possible for free. So yeah, so far, almost 4 or 5 different hospitals I've been to so far, I've noticed the trend of younger doctors. I don't know if it's me. This Japa thing has actually made a lot of Gen Zs, Gen Xs, millennials to have a spot. Because before we left, like before now, you will go to many hospitals, you just see people who have been there 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Even if they want to go, they'll bring another person that is almost the same age as them. So there's little to no room, especially private hospitals. There's little to no room for younger generation. You guys know the ageism here in Nigeria. It is for real. But recently I've noticed it's not just hospitals, a whole lot of industries. You now see younger people. I don't know if it's me. Let me know in the comment section if you've noticed that as a Nigerian living in Nigeria in 2024. A lot of younger people now are in position of everything. So the only position where we know this men are politics, position of power for politics and all of that. But hospitals, like for real, I'm seeing like doctors, like some of the doctors that have attended to my children, I'm like, did you graduate yesterday? They're looking like university students. A lot of doctors, many people have left this country, like many doctors, many nurses, not just doctors, nurses, like a lot of younger people now. So if you feel like, oh, you're giving up with the whole, oh, I want to studying or going to school is a scam, I'm telling you, this Japa thing has positives because it's allowing younger people enter into more sectors that are popular, especially if you're in that health sector. I promise you, you have more chance now to get a job than before. I may be wrong, but this is just my observation. We've just come to the end of the road, and behind me, if you walk straight down here, you're actually going to Orazi. So I think we're going to walk back to the car because, yeah, this is a major road and you guys may not be hearing me. This way is quieter than going this way. This is a major road. Like, this road leads to, I think, GRA, like Market Square. I mean, this road goes straight to Market Square, Genesis, straight to Aba Road. So yeah, let's just walk back to the car. Anyway, where we parked safe is just isolated and outside. People also parked outside, as you can see. There are people who are parked outside, so I guess this is GRA, no shaking. But yeah, like I was saying, that's one major thing I've observed since, you know, returning. Another thing I've observed is, as much as many people are Japaing, like I'll call it silent Japada, and I know that the discussion is on social media, a lot of people are talking about it. There is this Japada, you know, rift between people who are moving abroad and people who have been abroad for years and returning back to Nigeria. There is just this argument back and forth, like every single time someone posts a video. But I'm telling you that there is a silent return of many Nigerians from the US, from Canada, from Australia, from name it, the UK, back to Nigeria. And I don't only mean people who have been abroad for like 20, 30 years. There are people who left within the past 5 to 6 years that are back. They are coming back. They're not even loud in it. You go to some places and they're like, oh, I just got back from this. I feel like our generation has just broken the curse of, you know, the pressure of moving back home. When we were growing up, all those aunties, all those uncles that we heard that they were abroad, maybe, it may not be the case for everybody, but I feel like a lot of people just held on to the fact that I sold everything, I left, so there has to be something I'm coming back to. There has to be a legacy, there has to be houses, there has to be investments, there has to be a lot of things that I'm coming back to. And to be honest with you, Gen Xs, millennials, even Gen Zs don't give a shit about all those things that pressured older generations that moved abroad. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Many people now are like, if this place is not working for me, I come back home. And there is absolutely no convincing. Like, Go on social media, there is no convincing for anybody who has made up their mind. There are even people like me. I've seen people like me who have made this move. Some come. I've seen people like me who have made this move with their kids, found out that the place is not convenient for them, or they're not seeing what they want, or they're not getting the results that they want, or they don't think that the environment or the place that they are staying is for them, and they are coming back to Nigeria with their children. Of course, just the same situation that I'm going through. There are people in the US coming back. Now ask me how I know. There is a lady that paid for my masterclass, and she was explaining to me that her husband is in the US, but she's returning with her kids because of, it's personal, obviously. But yeah, the Japada movement is not just on social media. People are silently returning to Nigeria, and I feel like the shame of returning, it's not so much on us millennials, Gen X's, or even younger generation, Gen Z. The mindset is, if it's not working, I'm moving. Obviously, people are moving with a plan. People are moving with goals and all of that. But it's no longer the case where, oh, I have to stay. The pressure. Even sending money. Our generation is one of the generations that people will go and say, your papa, your mama, no, they send. I need to think about my own mental health. I need to think about my own self, my own family. I need to support the people that I'm living with, other than suppressing, because the older generations deprived a lot of their children of the basic things just to please people back home, sending money back home. That was the case for many, not everybody, but we saw and heard a lot of stories. In fact, I feel like in this our generation, things have just gotten to that state where everything is transparent. You literally know a day in the life of a care worker, a doctor, a nurse, anybody. You literally know a day in the life of anything happening abroad. So the shame is no longer like before. Everything is transparent. Everybody has a range in their head, or the average salary of a security man, the average salary of a whatsoever. Everyone has it in their head, and they couldn't care less if you know about it. Everybody is just transparent with everything. So the pressure, I feel like it's not like before. And I would love us to open this discussion if this is the same thing you're noticing, if times have truly changed for us. I know migrating now is not as easy as it used to be. At the same time, I feel like returning back to Nigeria is no longer as shameful and as hard as it used to be. And if you feel like you're an older generation who still has that, maybe the stigma of you've not achieved anything, you've stayed abroad for 20 years, 30 years, 35 years, you don't have anything to show for, my dear, you don't have anybody to please. Only person you have to please inside this life is yourself. If you have a few savings, if you're able to gather something and you're able to sit down and make a plan of maybe a business or an investment or something, put yourself together. Don't wallow and die in the abroad when your heart desire is truly to come back home. This is not to persuade you who is doing overly well abroad to start packing your things and coming back. This is for people who feel, I've stayed in this abroad for many, many years. The shame of returning, the shame of not having anything to show for it, not having a house, not having a car, not having properties, blah, blah, blah. You know, the normal pressure that a lot of Nigerians expect that, oh, if you're in the abroad for 20, 30 years, you should have achieved some of these things. Block the noise, my brother, my sister, block the noise. Those family members you feel will mount such pressure on you, who don't genuinely love you for you, who don't genuinely care about your well-being. You need to put them aside. Think of the amount of years remaining for you to stay abroad. Give yourself a target. Save towards that target. Make a plan towards that target. Put down things that you want to say, okay, yes, I know globally, because people think, okay, it's just in Nigeria that things are worse. Globally, there is an economic depression. So sit down and say, if I'm going back to Nigeria, obviously now I have an advantage of hard currency, but how can I make do with the little savings I have? If it's 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, plan yourself well, work towards that goal of coming back. And yeah, the shame. In fact, anybody that asks you, why are you back? Is it village people? Is it this one? Is it that one? Ask the person, why are you still here? Why you never go? That's my response these days. Why are you here? You want to shame me? I'm going to shame you. You shame, I shame. You cannot shame the shameless. You get it? If you ask me why am I back, I'll ask you, why are you here? Why haven't you gone? Make we all the mad together. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to open up this discussion of, you know, the shame of moving back home. If you moved back, did anybody ask you any stupid question or any question that threw you off? Did anyone have any wild expectations of what you should have achieved or what you should have done since coming back? I would love to know in the comment section below. And yeah, if you still are in the abroad, are you making plans of moving back home? And if you're in the abroad, why have you zeroed your mind that you would never return to Nigeria? I would love to know in the comment section. Anyway, guys, it's been an amazing walk and talk, although it's been a short going front coming back. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this area. Would you love to see more hotspots here in Port Harcourt? I would love to know. If you absolutely enjoyed this particular video, give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hopefully I'll definitely see you guys in my next video. For now, bye bye.